You folks are an embarrassment to this neighborhood. Those were the initial words that cut through the peaceful morning air. I was just in the driveway, hardly exiting my cruiser when I heard it. My heart sank, not because I didn't anticipate drama in this line of work, but because I knew that voice. And this time, she had no clue whom she was dealing with. Let me bring you back to where it all began. It was a sunny Saturday morning in the suburbs. I had the day free, one of the few, and I decided to spend it seeing my parents. They resided in a subdued, well-kept subdivision, complete with neatly trimmed hedges and white picket fences. You'd think somewhere like this would be tranquil. But if you've ever had the displeasure of battling a neighborhood HOA, you understand that is not always so. My parents, both blind, are some of the nicest people you might ever encounter. My father went blind due to a degenerative disease years ago, and my mother joined him a few years later because of their illness. In spite of their disabilities, they are fiercely independent. They take walks, go to local functions, and maintain their spirits high. But one thing that they never venture out without, their dark glasses. It is a small matter for them. The glasses shield their eyes and prevent discomfort from light. Most individuals view the glasses and comprehend, but not Karen. Oh, Karen. Karen was the self-appointed queen of the HOA. Short haircut, permanent scowl, always wielding a clipboard. You know the kind. She walked around like the whole neighborhood belonged to her as her own kingdom. No lawn could be too green, no mailbox too clean, unless it was acceptable to her. That morning I had just driven into my parents' driveway when I saw her standing on the other side of the street, hands on hips, glaring. My parents had taken a brief walk around the block while waiting for me. They enjoyed staying active, even if it was taking a slow walk around the block, arm in arm, hearing the birds and the feel of the sun on their faces. From within my automobile, I observed Karen approach the street like a tempest rolling in. "What are the two of you concealing behind those glasses?" she snapped. "This is a family neighborhood. We don't wear shady accessories like that. Makes people uncomfortable." I stepped out, not in uniform, just jeans and a shirt, but my badge was always within reach. My mom tried to explain politely and calmly. "We wear these because we're blind. It helps our eyes feel better in the sun." Karen rolled her eyes so hard I thought they might stay that way. "Blind, please. That's what everyone says when they're trying to get sympathy. You don't be blind." I curled my fists. I could already feel my own temper flaring, but I waited. My dad reached over slowly, holding my mom's hand, trying to de-escalate. "We're not trying to upset anyone," he said quietly. "We've lived here for more than 10 years and never had an issue." "Well, now you do," Karen spat. "This is a neighborhood that has rules. No sunglasses that aren't fashion approved. You're bringing down property values." I could not believe what I was hearing, but it wasn't finished. Karen then pulled out her phone and began to record. "This is just the kind of behavior I'm talking about," she told the camera. "Suspiciously looking individuals covering their eyes, hanging around. That's why we need tougher HOA regulations." That was it. I walked over peacefully and said, "Excuse me, is there an issue here?" Karen turned, obviously prepared to release more venom. But the instant her eyes locked with mine, she froze. She knew me. "Officer," she stuttered, trying to remember my last name. "Chief," I replied. "Police chief." Actually, her face paled like she'd seen a ghost. I flashed my badge just to make it official. "Is there a reason you're bullying my parents?" I asked, keeping my voice level but firm. Karen stuttered. "I didn't realize they were your parents. I didn't intend any harm. It's just the sunglasses and all. You understand, don't you?" "No," I said flatly. "I don't understand. My parents wear those glasses because they're blind. And whether they were my parents or not, they don't need to be treated like that. No one does." She opened her mouth to speak, but caught herself. "Let me be crystal clear," I said, moving forward. "You can be on the HOA. You can enforce decent rules. But harassing residents, disabled ones no less, breaks more than decency. It breaks the law." Karen's face contorted. "I wasn't harassing. I was trying to uphold standards." I raised an eyebrow. "Standards that include public shaming and appearance-based accusations." She did not respond. My mom came forward kindly. "We have never been a troublemaker here. We adore this community. We simply wish to live in peace. Karen averted her face, finally realizing she'd done something she couldn't squirm her way out of. I could have reported her then and there. I had the legal right, but I saw something in her expression, shame, perhaps even fear. I chose a different path. I explained her, you have to apologize immediately, and you have to talk to the HOA board about establishing higher standards on how to treat residents with disabilities. She stared speechless, but nodded. I will. I apologize, she muttered. Not me to my parents' eyes. I did not anticipate an apology from the heart, but I knew the message was received. Word spread fast. Within the succeeding days, a number of neighbors contacted my parents to send in words of support. Some confessed they had also had problems with Karen, but never spoke up. Now they felt they could. A week later, the HOA conducted a community meeting. This time I went in uniform. Karen was present, sitting in the front row, quiet and red-faced. The board rolled out new inclusivity training and disability awareness sessions for every member. Karen, being the HOA leader, was the first one to be asked to attend. Following the meeting, my dad gave my shoulder a squeeze and said, "We didn't want to make a fuss, but thank you for standing up for us." I smiled. You taught me to do the right thing. This time, however, it struck a little closer to home. What lingered with me the most was not so much how my parents reacted to the circumstances with elegance or the way the community came out to support them thereafter. It was the awakening that sometimes individuals in authority tend to overlook the power of kindness, and that it only takes one moment, one showdown for everything to turn around. Karen did resign from the HOA board a few months afterward. I heard she relocated to another neighborhood. I just hope that she learned something. Perhaps not from the badge I wore, but from the silent strength of two blind individuals who never allowed darkness keep them from walking in the light. And my parents, by the way, still proudly wear their dark glasses. They still walk around the block each morning arm in arm. And now when they do, they're welcomed with waves, smiles, and the occasional cup of coffee from an understanding neighbor. Because sometimes the best way to combat ignorance is just to show up, walk tall, and never give in. What would you have done what I did? Have you ever been in a similar situation? Let me know in the comments. I read them all. And if this story touched you or enraged you or made you think, then please like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe. True stories like this need to be heard.